It's the Fantasy King Sports Hour, brought to you by Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice, and Bojo's Sports Bar and Grill. Now here's your hosts, Tom Hatfield and Joe Nienow.
Welcome to the Fantasy King Sports Hour, brought to you by Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice, and get that.
Bojo's Sports Bar and Grill. I almost didn't have my pen.
Oh my God, we can't operate without that.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Week number 6, we have 3. There are 3. You almost had the call right. Dallas almost knocked off Denver in a wild one there.
New Orleans pretty much had Chicago in hand.
And then Kansas City came back and got it done again. So
yep.
3 to go. And we'll
3 to go, and we're going to get at some of these and some of the other hits, the gems. Oh, yeah. Some good games coming up.
A lot of great action. You're watching the Fantasy King Sports Hour, brought to you by Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice, and
the Bojo's Sports Bar and Grill.
We'll be right back.
Why go anywhere else when Rookie Sports Pub in Stevens Point has 52 different beers on tap? Known as Portage County's best sports bar for live music and karaoke venue, they have 12 HD TVs, all sports, all the time. Keep up with their Facebook page for all upcoming live music and see who's going to be on the Point Brewery comedy stage next. No joke, they have comedy shows. Also, a local favorite for burgers, wings, and pizza, even free taps and rails on your birthday. Find them on Facebook and catch out the action at Rookie Sports Pub on 3425 Church Street in Stevens Point.
Come on down to Post Road Pub. Your NFL, Major League Baseball, and NASCAR headquarters, plus a whole lot more. Darts, pool, shuffleboard, foosball, and a whole lot of fun. Follow Post Road Pub on Facebook. Post Road Pub, 1211 Post Road in Plover, 715-344-9800.
And the Post Road Pub!
On game day, don't get flagged for a small slice violation. Go big with Polito's Big Slice. Here's the competition. Here's a Polito's Big Slice. With 32 specialty pizzas to choose from, Polito's has your slice. Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice.
He is counted to infinity, twice. He once set a land speed record on a surfboard. Bruce Springsteen calls him the boss. He is the most fascinating man alive.
I don't always buy diamonds, but when I do, I prefer. Stay sparkly, my friends.
Welcome back to the Fantasy King Sports Hour, brought to you by Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice, and
Bojo Sports Bar and Grill.
Joe, we got to get right to the action. You watched a couple of big games, and I know that one you're going to talk about because there was plenty to talk about.
Wow. That throws me back to the days, Green Bay, Washington Redskins, 48, 47, or 49, 48, whatever it turned out to be. Yeah, no snow.
Just no snow.
You know, incredible game between Dallas and Denver. Looked like Dallas was going to pull the upset and take over, knock Denver from the undefeateds, and got down to the last minute in 2:39, and it looked like it was going to happen. Denver tied up the game with 2:39 to go. Cowboys got it back, 2:39 to go, 3 timeouts, 2 plays later. Tried a little too hard, and Romo, and you know, it goes to show that, you know, quarterbacks and players have tendencies that they study during the week. But when you have that much scoring taking place in a game, there's tendencies that defenders can pick up on what quarterbacks are doing as well. And, you know, he makes a mistake. You know, they easily could have drove the field with 3 timeouts and three timeouts left with 2:39, but wasn't to be. Denver got the ball back, made sure there was no time left, kicked the game-winning field goal with 3 minutes to go, even though Romo, I don't know what else they're expecting him to do there. You know 25 of 36, 5 touchdowns, 506 yards.
If he takes him down, and scores, that might have been going down in history as one of the greatest games of all time.
Absolutely.
Instead, people are talking about, oh, this guy can't do it. He's such a choker. He played a great football game.
99 points scored in that game, correct? Yeah, 51-48. 99 points. That's a heck of a game to watch if you like offense.
If Romo doesn't perform like that, they win by 20.
They're not even in the game if Romo isn't. If Romo isn't their quarterback, they're not even in the game. And you know, it's unfortunate when that interception occurred, but when it occurs is when it makes it so much more lasting. It's reminiscent to the NFC Championship game between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers when, there was a lot of plays they could have won that game, the Packers could, and they didn't, but it came down to the end of the game, and in overtime, Favre throws the interception.
I look at it as the Minnesota Vikings. Gary Anderson hasn't missed a field goal all year long until the kick that would have sent him to the Super Bowl. He mixes that against Atlanta.
I think we should allow a little more time here because there's a whole bunch you could go through. You want to keep going?
We don't have enough time for that.
How about when they were 15-1?
Well, that would have been the same year. Yeah, he missed it.
But well, what else, Tom? There's several more.
I have a tier already. Don't know.
Marshall going the wrong way on an interception. Scored a touchdown for the other team.
Anyway, Joe, there was another game
on
Sunday night that I don't think anybody watched. So why don't you kind of let them know what happened in that late game?
This I think nobody watched it because I don't think it would. They thought it was going to be a contest. But given Rivers and his career and how he's performed, he is on or not. It's either or. There's no in between. Just so happens to be this night was a game he wasn't on. San Diego, he's 35 of 48, 411 yards, 2 touchdowns, but the 3 interceptions. Oakland didn't do anything special in that game. Pryor was just 18 of 23, 211 yards, but he had 2 touchdowns and no mistakes. So, they pull off somewhat of an upset there, and, they pull off that game. It's unfortunate. San Diego, Phillip Rivers, I don't know what's going on sometimes with him, if he just lacks focus or he runs out of Adderall or what the deal is.
It's weird because just last week we were saying, hey, is this guy coming around? He's starting to really perform well.
Right.
He's playing, and now you take a look at playing in that division. He's got Kansas City. He's got Denver. They're both undefeated. Every loss counts. You can't be losing to Oakland in a game like this.
It's North Turner's fault.
Why not? Let's blame it on North.
Exactly.
Even though they're winning in Cleveland with him as the offensive coordinator now. So.
But anyway, those were my 2 games. It's surprising, and they're both surprising. No one expected Dallas to put up that much of a fight against Denver, I don't believe. Maybe the guys on the Dallas Cowboys did, but the guy that put up the biggest fight was Romo, and down in Oakland, San Diego, Rivers just doesn't perform.
All right, well, let's take a look at who's hot and who's cold here this week. And like I said, right off the bat, Tony Romo tops the list. 506 yards, 5 touchdowns, did have the 1 pick. His opponent there, Peyton Manning, just being Peyton Manning. Throws for 414 yards, 4 touchdowns. And did you see the bootleg? He walks into the end zone, actually runs into the end zone, if that's about how fast he can go.
That's a great play because no one's expecting a 37-year-old guy to do a naked bootleg.
It is. It was a perfect play.
You're right.
Also, Russell Wilson for Seattle goes only 15-31, 210 yards. 2 touchdowns, but he ran for 102 yards also in that ball game. Top running backs, Jamal Charles, 108 yards and a touchdown, also 37 yards receiving. Ray Rice, 74 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns and 28 yards receiving. And Fred Jackson for Buffalo, only 53 yards rushing, 2 scores, but also 40 yards receiving. Plenty of points for fantasy football.
Absolutely. That Oakland game, look at it. They had two receivers over 100 yards.
Also, wide receivers. I can't forget Alshon Jeffrey for Chicago Bears.
Alshon Jeffrey.
A lot of people are going to be picking him up, I think, this week after his performance. 10 catches, 218 yards and a touchdown. Des Bryant, big game with Tony Romo there. 141 yards, 2 scores. T.Y. Hilton from the Colts, also 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Julius Thomas for Denver, top tight end there. 122 yards on 9 catches and 2 touchdowns. And cold, Matt Schaub. Ice cold. 3 interceptions, only 173 yards. Carson Palmer matches him. 175 yards and 3 interceptions. Running backs, you touched on San Diego not doing much. Ryan Matthews gets hurt right off the bat. 3 carries, 8 yards, and he's out of the game. Lamar Miller from Miami, 7 carries, 15 yards. Wide receivers, Stevie Johnson, Marcus Colston, Anquan Bolden, all with just 2 catches in their ball game. And then Kobe Fleener for the Colts as a tight end, only 2 catches and 15 yards for those Cold players.
I'll tell you what, Alshon Jeffries might be doing well for Chicago, but this is the little nudge that is going to send Cutler down at the end of the bench moping.
He's always moping.
He is, but he's going to mope now.
All right. Now it's time to get to our weekly award. Of course, it's the Jim Kreshock Jewelers Gem of the Week. Jim Kreshock Jewelers is your diamond jewelry and jewelry repair experts since 1962, 3808.
Rib Mountain
Drive here in Wausau. Head on down there. It's getting to be holiday season, so you want to make sure you get those.
Save your money, guys. We'll go buy some diamonds.
There you go.
Some flowers. If you get in a little trouble, it's deer hunting.
Oh, yeah.
In the woods a little too long.
Take care of that.
Get home at midnight.
Before you get
I was
there.
Deer hunting.
Yeah, it's dark.
I hit one.
Well, you get to start us off here. Who's your Jim Krishak Jewelers Gem of the Week?
You can't go. It was borderline epic game if you would have won it. Tony Romo, 506 yards, 5 TDs, 1 untimely interception, but I'm still going with Tony Romo.
All right, I took a look here. You had Peyton Manning, big numbers. You had the Alshon Jeffrey at the wide receiver, but yeah, you have to go Tony Romo fantasy-wise. The 506 yards, the 5 touchdowns.
Kills me though because he's a Cowboy, but somewhat proud because he's from Wisconsin.
There you go. We had a Wisconsin connection there.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Also, we got to talk about our fantasy contest here, Joe.
Yes.
Because I finished in the top 10 for the first time this week.
Did you really?
Yes.
I finished dead last.
We had some problems, computer problems and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
But anyway, that puts
doesn't like me.
I had a good performance, even if you would have.
I know.
I think
you did.
It's because I had Tony Romo.
Because you've adopted Tony Romo and Des Bryant.
There you go.
This is the second week in a row.
Will I go with it next week?
You're going to add a bedroom?
We'll have to wait and see. Hey, you can check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's a weekly contest. You go to fantasy911.com. If you haven't already registered, you register. Pretty easy overall. Then you go to the football contest. It's a $50 NFL free roll.
$50 has nothing to do with it's free.
It just means they're giving away $50 cash prize first through 9th place. So you want to get into that. There's also a lot of other great games that you can play. It's a salary cap type of thing. But
it's great. You can get in week to week. If you want, you can see how you're matching up against the top guys. I have to bow to you, Tom. Get over it. I'm not doing it again.
Well, I'm 3-1, but 2 of the weeks you forfeited, so I guess
that's
maybe you can get back in that action.
I don't know. I'm going to have to learn how to
check it out, and it's great because it's pretty much up to the second scoring now, absolutely free. You go on there, you can see how it's going. You can go up against the buddy. You can put your score against him right off the bat. You can watch how it goes throughout there. So check it out, www.fantasy911.com. The contest is that NFL $50 free roll. So
perfect.
Check that out. We're going to take a short break. You're watching the Fantasy King Sports Hour, brought to you by Polito's Pizza, home of the big slice, and
Bojo's Sports Bar and Grill.
We'll be right back.
It all starts with a touch. The smallest thing that sets her heart in motion. Or even skips a beat. It could only be the rhythm of love. The rhythm of love, the only jewelry powered by her heartbeat.
Go big with Polito's Big Slice. Polito's Pizza has been family owned and operated since 2007. With 32 specialty pizzas to choose from, Polito's has your slice. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids, Rothschild, Oshkosh, La Crosse, Green Bay, and De Pere. Whether it's a pregame meal or a halftime snack, make it Polito's. Polito's Pizza, home of the big slice.
I'm the king.
I am the king.
I'm the king.
I am the king.
No, I'm the king. Hi, I'm Tom Hatfield. Join myself and Joe Nienow every Sunday for the Fantasy King Sports Hour.
Every week we'll take a look at the NFL and help you with your fantasy football action.
We'll have our own fantasy contest, trivia questions, and a whole lot of fun.
Don't forget our weekly high school football fantasy kings.
Plus, you'll never know who might run by.
Are you going to be this week's fantasy king?
On game day, stop down at Bojo's Sports Bar and Grill. Watch the NFL ticket on one of 12 big screen TVs, plus enjoy free brats during Packer games and free wings during Monday Night Football. Bojo's Sports Bar and Grill, cold beer and warm company. Located off Interstate 39 and County Road NN, right next to Subway. Bojo's Sports Bar and Grill. Welcome back to the Fantasy King Sports Hour, brought to you by Polito's Pizza, home of the big slice, and
Bojo's Sports Bar on Grill.
All right, now it is time for the Politos Presents the Week in the NFL. It is Week 6, and you're going to head on down to Politos for game day specialty action. Extra large specialty pizza. You order that, you get a free order of their cinnamon or their garlic knots.
A free order?
Order?
And free order.
Yeah, there you go. 7 great, soon to be 8 great locations. Stevens Point, Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids, Rothschild, La Crosse, Oshkosh, De Pere, and like I said before, coming soon,
Green Bay.
Green Bay. How soon?
October 21st is what we're shooting for.
All right.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close.
Along with the new Bojos?
Along with the new Bojos.
All right.
I'm waiting on Politos. We're ready. Sam will love that.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Also, you want to make sure, if you haven't already done so, join the birthday club at Politos. Go to their page, PolitosPizza.com, or go to go to Facebook.com/Politos Pizza. You become part of their birthday club. You get a free slice of pizza on your birthday at any of their great locations, so make sure you check that out.
Great pizza.
Are you ready now for week number 6 to make some predictions?
Does 5 pounds of flour make a big biscuit? Are the Kennedys gun shy?
It makes a big pizza.
Shouldn't have said that.
It makes a big pizza.
Are the Kennedys afraid of flying? Anyway, let's go right here. First game.
Let's start things off with the AFC West rivalry matchup. For a long, long time, when the Raiders went up against the Chiefs, it was a big battle. Here, Oakland 2-3, Kansas City 5-0.
Hey, still a big battle. Both of these teams aren't bad. I mean, Oakland isn't as bad as their record in Kansas City. Yet to be seen. And I'm going to go out on a limb. Oakland is going to put KC in the losers bracket.
A couple teams that aren't very good right now. The Philadelphia Eagles without Michael Vick. Nick Foles getting the start there, going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
With who?
Coming off their bye week.
Who are they with?
I believe that would be Vinny Testaverde. No,
yes, wow.
No, it's not Vinny Testaverde.
I don't know who it is, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to go with Philadelphia.
That would be actually Mike Glennon, rookie quarterback out of Virginia
Tech,
if you wanted to know.
I was thinking it was Gannon. Might have been, Rich Gannon's kid.
Brad Johnson or something. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, so you're going to go with Philadelphia.
I'm going to go with the dog on the road.
All right. Speaking of on the road, the Green Bay Packers go on the road against Baltimore. Pack at 2-2. Only a game out of first place now, going up against Baltimore. 3-2. Half a game. That's true. Half a game.
I believe the Packers, like McCarthy said, I agree with them for once. They're getting ready to change gears here. Still think the Packers overall down Matthews now for 4 weeks. Broken thumb, though, that's got to be a bizarre break because most guys, they'd say just take the thumb off.
That's interesting because they do have him officially listed as doubtful. I'm not going to put him out because it could be one of those situations
where they just club it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if they have to screw it and pin it. There's no reason why they can't just wrap that thing up and make it look like a caveman club,
There you go.
Well, a caveman club.
Caveman club.
Who wore one of those for like the whole season almost?
Just give them a little shot beforehand, and they've been used quite a bit, especially offensive linemen. You see that quite a bit.
Defensive tackles as well.
Because you don't have to worry about the holding thing.
But the best thing is with Matthews is that he's just a threat just getting around him. I mean, he disrupts things. He doesn't necessarily need to make the tackle.
But if you have him on the sideline in street clothes, that makes a big factor.
Oh, absolutely.
So, who are you going to go with? Green Bay.
Green Bay is going to blow out on that one.
All right, next up we have Detroit 3-2 against Cleveland. Kind of a surprise 3-2 team in Cleveland.
Detroit's a little bitter.
And Brian Hoyer's out.
So they got the third man in there.
Well, they're back to their number one guy.
Oh.
Brandon Whedon's back at quarterback.
Yeah, well, that's not...
Baltimore, Calvin Johnson is
Calvin Johnson's back?
He's supposed to be back.
What's his issue? Hamstring?
Yes.
I'm going to go with Detroit.
All right.
I'm taking a lot of road dogs here.
Well, then here's another one for you. You got Carolina at Minnesota, a pair of 1-3 teams. That doesn't happen very often. All right, Minnesota off the bye. How about 2-3 St. Louis?
Well, hold on a second. Who's starting there at quarterback?
It's going to be this week.
Don't tell me it's...
We're back to Christian Ponder.
Well, no, then I'm going to go with Carolina.
Going with Carolina?
Mm-hmm.
If we had Josh Freeman, you were going to go with Minnesota?
No, not Josh Freeman. You're
going with Matt Castle?
Yes.
Okay, so Castle, it's
I would have
Minnesota.
taken Minnesota.
Josh Freeman,
No.
If it's Josh Freeman,
Ponder,
and Freeman, and going Carolina.
Yes.
Okay, because remember we're taping this on Tuesday.
Did they actually pick Freeman
Ponder's
up?
supposed to be starting, so.
But they picked Freeman up.
Freeman's.
Oh boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Here comes another boat trip.
Let's go to St. Louis, Houston, a pair of 2 and 3 teams, must win for both of them, I believe.
Yeah, I think Schaub's going to get off the schneid. He'll win. St. Louis has no identity. There's nothing there. I mean, it's all.
And they're not running the ball.
They're not running the ball. Bradford's back there by himself. They don't have an identity. They don't. You gotta establish something, and they've established nothing. So.
Well, here's a perfect
except
lead
for Laurinaitis, he's a good
perfect
linebacker.
way to lead into the next team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Talk about not establishing anything right now. 0-4, coming off the bye. Can they turn things around? They go into New York, take on the Jets. The Jets coming off the big victory on Monday night.
No, I think the Jets are going to win that game. Pittsburgh, even though there isn't such a thing as a rebuilding in the NFL anymore because they want you to win now. Remember you used to get the 3 to 5 years and let's see what he can do. It doesn't happen anymore. He's going to get the latitude over in Pittsburgh because that Pittsburgh family is pretty, how many coaches have there been in the Pittsburgh Steelers? 4?
3 or 4.
Yeah. So this is one of those years where they're missing a lot of tools. So this is a year that they're chalking up to we better do some good drafting and trading next year. So I'm going to go with the Jets.
All right. Next up,
the quarterback is doing good.
Cincinnati 3-2, going up against 2-3. Buffalo without E.J. Manuel. Thaddeus Lewis in at quarterback for the Buffalo Bills.
I'm going to go with Cincinnati. Cincinnati just beat
New England.
Yeah, New England. That's right.
So
yeah, they're struggling too. Anyway.
All right. Tennessee 3-2, kind of a surprise team there, going up against Seattle, coming off their first loss. They're 4-1.
Not happening. Tennessee might as well just not even unpack their bags.
Speaking of not unpacking their bags, let's go to the biggest Vegas line in the history of the NFL. The Jacksonville Jaguars go to Denver. It's almost a 4-touchdown line here. And can you come up with the all-time biggest line in the history of the NFL prior to this game?
I would say it'd have to be the Cowboys against I'm going to say the Oilers.
No.
Yeah.
What it was the late 70s Pittsburgh Steelers coming off a Super Bowl championship going up against the expansion Tampa Bay Buccaneers their first year. So that was
unique.
That was only
first year.
24 point. This one here.
Yeah, 28.
20, yeah. So
that was close.
Madden even picked Denver to win by 31, and their little simulated game, their Madden game.
I was going to say Madden's still alive.
He is, but anyway, Arizona. We're not even going to make you pick that one. Arizona 3-2 up against San Francisco 3-2.
I might want to pick that.
Okay, you want to pick the upset?
That's the David and Goliath game.
All right, and?
No, I'm taking Denver.
Goliath it is. All right, and then we got Arizona and San Fran, a pair of 3-2 teams in the NFC West.
Depends upon which San Francisco team shows up, but I'm going to go with San Francisco and hope that the right one does.
All right.
They had it a little bit together here this last week.
All right.
Putting up 34 points.
Next matchup, New Orleans, 5-0, goes to 4-1 New England. Word is Gronk might be back, finally.
Yeah, well, they're good. I don't know if that's going to do it, though. There's so much disruption taking place there right now. I'm going to take, depends if the weather's raunchy. I'm going to take New Orleans because, there's something not right there in China either,
Oh, okay. How about another huge rivalry matchup in the NFC East? Washington 1-3, Dallas 2-3. The NFC East is a combined 5-14 right now.
I'm taking Washington.
Washington on the road?
That's my 5-star lock of the week.
All right, and then Monday night we have Indianapolis at 4-1 going up against San Diego and 2-3. Does Phillip Rivers turn into
into San Diego?
Going into San Diego.
I'm taking San Diego.
All right. Well, there you go. That is week number 6, brought to you by Polito's Pizza. Also want to mention our new advertiser, Rookies Sports Bar, is back. They got a big upcoming thing. Comedy night. Thursday, October 17th. Next Thursday, Screech is in town. Dustin Diamond from Saved by the Bell is your headlining act. They'll also have an opening act.
Does he still have his fro?
I believe he kind of wears a stocking cap or some type of thing on beard. And anyway, if you want to find out, head on down there. 8 o'clock show time.
8 o'clock.
Thursday,
That
October
would be fun.
17th.
They have a great setup over there, so it's really nice.
And then coming up here on November 1st.
Second.
No, at Rookies. Not here.
You say coming up here.
No, I'm here. I'm talking here at Rookies. I'm sorry.
We're not at Rookies.
Not at Rookies. I'm talking about Rookies though right now. November 1st at Rookies. Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Okay, horseshoes and hand grenades.
The band, country band. Just stop on down and check that out.
All
right. We'll get right back at it. You can talk about what's going on here on November 2nd,
yes,
but
we're
going to take a short break. You're watching the Fantasy King Sports Hour, brought to you by Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice, and on November 2nd,
Jack Squat, Mojo Sports Bar and Grill.
On game day, stop down at Bojo Sports Bar and Grill. Watch the NFL ticket on one of 12 big screen TVs, plus enjoy free brats during Packer games and free wings during Monday Night Football. Bojo Sports Bar and Grill, cold beer and warm company. Located off Interstate 39 and County Road NN, right next to Subway. Bojo Sports Bar and Grill. On game day, don't get flagged for a small slice violation. Go big with Polito's Big Slice. Here's the competition. Here's a Polito's Big Slice. With 32 specialty pizzas to choose from, Polito's has your slice. Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice.
Welcome back to the Fantasy King Sports Hour, brought to you by Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice, and...
Bojo Sports Bar and Grill.
All right, here we go, Joe. High school football action, week number 7. Time to get our high school football Fantasy Kings for this week. And
get your groove on.
Who do you got for us to start right off?
First week, Pittsbills. It reminds me of Joe. Running back, Nathan Dupuis. Leads the Panthers to a win over Spencer Columbus. He found the end zone 3 times. Whoa, I shouldn't have done that. And to better the Panthers' record, 4-3.
4-3, not
4-3. Oh, that's fine.
All right.
I mean, that threw me through the loop. I was just like, woo! Okay, go ahead.
All right, next up, I'm going with Almond Bancroft running back Reagan Anderson. Workhorse, carrying the ball 37 times for 170 yards, and the game-winning score in triple overtime as Almond Bancroft wins 26-20 over Port Edwards.
That's a nice one. Hey, DC Everest quarterback Nick Sarakowski helps the Evergreens break open a 7-7 tie in the third quarter with a TD pass and another TD run as the Evergreens go 4-3 with a 35-14 win over the Fox City boys over there in that area.
I gave you that
Appleton
one.
East.
I figured you'd want to hype that up a little bit. So there you go.
I'm a Wester, too. I'm a Warrior here.
Okay.
We're in Warrior land.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with Smash defense coming up big in the big rivalry matchup against Wisconsin Rapids. The Panthers kept the Old River Jug when they shut out the Red Raiders, allowing just 153 yards in that game. So the entire defense getting a shutout.
Just a question. Who would want an Old River Jug?
Obviously, they do.
I know.
It's better than a pig like the Floyd of Rosedale and Iowa-Minnesota battle.
That's true. All right, my last one. This goes out to a buddy of mine, Todd Shevs. His son's playing for Menasha over there. I had to ride him a little bit. I told him the family's finally got some speed in it because he was so slow. Anyway, his son Dylan Shevs, running back for Menasha, 260 yards on 35 carries, 4 touchdowns, and a crucial Valley South matchup win over Marshfield, 35-27. Congratulations, Dylan. And Todd, I'm going to have to talk to you about something.
All right. Todd, get a hold of him. Go to his Facebook page. Facebook.
Private message,
Bojo.
Todd.
Yeah, Bojo.
You know those things about leaving your laundry out? There's only 2 places you're supposed to see it. Clothesline or in the basket, not on Facebook.
All right.
Laundry.
Let me get back to my...
Hold on a second. I'll have to explain that when Tom will come back.
I don't do laundry. Finally.
Oh... Women's writers, post us.
My wife knows that I do the laundry, so there you go.
Oh, you do the laundry?
I do the laundry.
She doesn't?
Well, she helps.
Okay.
Anyway, can I get to my final fantasy
Sure,
kings?
go ahead.
I got a Athens running back tandem of Lane Tesmer and Dalton Lavica. They led the way for the Blue Jays as they improved their record to 6-1. Tesmer ran up 169 yards and 3 touchdowns. Lavica added 102 and 2 more scores. Athens shut out McDonald Central 62-0. So big performance out of both of those guys and a couple other players actually in that game.
I wonder if McDonald's stock went down.
McDonald. It's not. There's no D in there. One.
Play on words, Tom.
Hey, Joe.
Anyway, Paul Bunyan.
Hey, let everybody know what's going on here down at Bojo's.
Hey, Bojo's.
Bojo's.
Here at Bojo's. They're at Rookies.
Yeah.
Bojo's, November 2nd. We have Jack's Squat playing 8:30 to 1:30. Opening up will be the Bunions. No, I'm kidding.
Screech. No?
Screech. No. There might be some screeching going on. No, and then we have Monday Night Football, which is 25-cent wings during the game. Also, weekly specials Monday nights. We've got $1.50 bottles. Tuesday nights is 2 times the happy hour. We have regular happy hour, which is right now, as you know, we record on Tuesdays.
And they're
goes from 4 to 7.
Right now,
they're getting real happy. And then it starts again at 9 and goes until 1. Wednesday nights, $5 pitchers. Thursday nights is half-price Captain Morgan and Jack Daniel drinks. And fish fries on Friday, $9.95, all-you-can-eat soup and salad bar. 6 homemade soups coming soon.
All right.
Coming soon to a breakfast bar near you.
Breakfast?
We're getting close to that time of season, and we're going to be starting breakfast here at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
means I don't have to cook anymore.
Speaking of those Bojo's fish fries, let's give away a couple of those fish fries.
Right.
With our trivia question here. Last week, the question was, what team do the Green Bay Packers have the all-time best head-to-head regular season record against? And what team do the Packers have the worst all-time head-to-head regular season record against?
And, Tom, I'm sure you know this.
Of course I do, because I looked it up.
Let's see.
Did you know
Okay,
this?
we'll let them know.
All right. The Green Bay Packers are 9-1 all-time against the San Diego Chargers.
Okay. I was going to say Paul Bunyan's.
And they are just 3-10 versus the Miami Dolphins.
Wow. You mean they are?
They are. They are, yes. So if you sent in your answer of the Chargers and the Dolphins and got them both right, and then we're drawn out, and your name is?
Jim Foss.
Jim Foss.
Of Rothschild.
You are our winner this week.
For 2 fish fries. This is a perfect game for him.
Come on down.
Come on down. You must like my hair. You've been looking at my hair a little bit.
I'm looking for those flies flying around or something. I'm afraid you're going to eat another one.
You know what? They're settled down. They've nestled in for the night.
All right.
Oh,
so
I mean, not on me, though.
Let's give some other people a chance to win some fish fries here.
Budgeons.
Another trivia question this week. You want to send your answer to Bojo's Facebook page. Private message it. The question is, turning back the clock a bit, who was the Green Bay Packers' first ever draft choice?
Who
Turn back the clock a little bit. The first draft choice by the Green Bay Packers in the history of the Green Bay Packers in the NFL. Okay?
Who? Yes.
Well, they have to know that. They have to send it into Bojo's.
Bojo's.
Time now for
Facebook/Bojo's Sports Bar.
Excellent. All right.
Excellent.
Now let's get to our NFL collision of the week. And usually we don't talk about special teams and punters and collisions all together.
But did you see that one guy from Boise that one year? He was a kicker. He teed off from Boise. And he teed off, came down, and he leveled the return guy twice in a row. Right on the side. It was unbelievable.
In the Smurf turf?
It was on the Smurf turf, and it was like rocked him.
All right.
That might have been this guy. Where's this guy from?
No, this is a punter, though.
I know, but this guy was a kicker. I don't know if he was a punter or the punter.
Anyway.
He might have been dual purpose. Never know. It could have been.
Are you through?
No, I'm not.
You can't find it. Do you want me to just give it to you?
No, I've got it.
There you go.
Where do I have it? Oh, yeah, here it is.
We're going to Monday Night Football.
There it is. Paul Bunyan? No. Matt Basher.
See, I knew you'd blow it. You blew it.
Basher.
There you go. Thank you. I told him you typed it wrong.
See, you knew blew it.
Yeah.
Hey, and you're real good at enunciating names.
Matt Basher makes the tackle against Jeremy Curley on the punt return. Gets
and then
up
takes
quick,
out the coach.
Takes out the coach of the Jets.
But I don't think he intended to take out the coach.
No,
but it was still good.
You get 2 hits for the price of 1, and
No,
usually
because it kind of diminished it. Because he intended to hit, he took out the return guy and then got up and made a mistake and accidentally took someone else out.
he was fired up.
Out of control.
When you get 2 hits out of a punter, in not just a season, but in a game.
That's true. You know what? Don't do it again. You're probably going to get hurt, and then you'll never have a job in the NFL again.
All right. There you go, our NFL collision of the week. Going to a punter this week.
Yes.
Also want to mention here, coming up in 2 weeks, we're heading over to Visit Mary at Post Road Pub. October 22nd, we'll be filming at Post Road Pub. Come on down, 5 o'clock airtime.
Get your groove on.
And we'll have a whole lot of fun down there, I'm sure.
Will.
We'll have a great time with Mary.
We'll be doing lots of crazy stuff, saying Paul Bunyan, talking about enunciating.
You want to know what this whole Paul Bunyan thing is?
Rubbing your table.
I don't know. Hey, we need to take a short break.
Have you seen Tom in sandals? You'll know what we're talking about when we're talking about Paul Bunyan.
I don't know what that meant.
I do.
We'll be right back.
I think you could hang up upside down from trees without the aid. Yeah. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
To the Fantasy King Sports Hour.
Come on down to Post Road Pub. Your NFL, Major League Baseball, and NASCAR headquarters, plus a whole lot more. Darts, pool, shuffleboard, foosball, and a whole lot of fun. Follow Post Road Pub on Facebook. Post Road Pub, 1211 Post Road in Plover, 715-344-9800.
He is counted to infinity twice. He once set a land speed record on a surfboard. Bruce Springsteen calls him the boss. He is the most fascinating man alive.
I don't always buy diamonds, but when I do, I prefer. Stay sparkly, my friends.
Why go anywhere else when Rookie Sports Pub in Stevens Point has 52 different beers on tap? Known as Portage County's best sports bar for live music and karaoke venue, they have 12 HD TVs, all sports, all the time. Keep up with their Facebook page for all upcoming live music and see who's going to be on the Point Brewery comedy stage next. No joke, they have comedy shows. Also, a local favorite for burgers, wings, and pizza, even free taps and rails on your birthday. Find them on Facebook and catch out the action at Rookie Sports Pub on 3425 Church Street in Stevens Point.
Go big with Polito's Big Slice. Polito's Pizza has been family owned and operated since 2007. With 32 specialty pizzas to choose from, Polito's has your slice. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids, Rothschild, Oshkosh, La Crosse, Green Bay, and De Pere. Whether it's a pregame meal or a halftime snack, make it Polito's. Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice.
Welcome back to the Fantasy King Sports Hour, brought to you by Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice, and
Bojo's Sports Bar. I like to throw him off every once in a while because he's like, looks at me, he's like, oh, please, don't. Just answer the question.
Just every once in a while. Yeah, never.
Vikings! That's a good show on A&E. Vikings. That's the only thing good about Vikings.
Hey, Joe, it's time for you to go to work. We need some buys and some injuries.
Some buys and some injuries. Bye-bye, Minnesota. Not even in the playoff picture. But this week, week 6, the buys are Atlanta and Miami. Accordingly, they will not be available on the website, so don't pick any players from their teams. Going right into quarterbacks for week 6. Michael Vick has a hamstring. Not expected to play. He's out. Nick Foles is in. Cleveland's Brian Hoyer, just when he got it going, he got sat down, injury out, his knee, ACL tear. Brandon Weeden is back, the 32-year-old four-year NFL guy. He will get the start. I wouldn't be going to trade for him if I was anybody. Minnesota's Christian Ponder, ribs. He's got sticky fingers. He's probable. He's got ribs.
He's getting
Buffalo's E.J. Manuel. He is out, unfortunately. Thaddeus Lewis is in from Saved by the Bell. No, he will get the start. And Jacksonville's Blaine Gabbert hamstring, he is doubtful. That does it.
Chad Henne goes back again.
Oh, yeah. Chan Henne goes back in.
Yeah.
I see that.
You did.
I need new glasses. Running backs, Oakland's Derek McFadden and Rashard Jennings both have hamstring issues. They are questionable. Green Bay's James Starks, he's out with a knee injury. Boy, wouldn't it be good if he could just stay healthy. I mean, he looks good at times.
Hey,
but
they finally got the ground game going with your
Lacey.
Randall Cobb.
Oh, yeah. But no, Lacey went for 99 yards, almost
Lacey
400-yard games in a row.
Lacey had a nice game, but at least they did use Cobb out of the backfield like you've been calling for.
I think they should have went back to the replay and checked to make sure he only had 99 yards. It's amazing that they went, 40-some games without a 100-yard rusher, and now they got 4 in a row. Denver's Ronnie Hillman, lower body. He's having issues with that.
From here all the way down.
This is my shoulder pads, and these are my hip joints. Anyway, Ronnie Hillman, his lower body apparently is questionable. The rest of him is ready to go. New Orleans, Mark Ingram, he has a toe problem. He is questionable.
It's way at the lowest
point of the body.
Yes.
Unless he has man-toe. Then we have New Orleans, Mark Ingram, toe. I just said that. New England, Stephen Ridley. He has a knee. It is questionable. Washington's Alfred Morris, ribs is probable. San Diego's running back, Ryan Matthews. He has a concussion. He is questionable. I like how you're just trying to hold it in, Tom. That just really doesn't.
I'm not even trying anymore.
Yeah. Wide receivers, KC's Donnie Avery's shoulder. He is questionable. Detroit. Calvin Johnson, he's got a knee problem, probable. New York Jets, Antonio Holmes, hamstring, he is questionable. Buffalo, Stevie's Johnson, his back is giving him issues. I'm sure it's spasms. He's questionable. New Orleans, Lance Moorhead, he is questionable. Dallas's Austin Miles Austin, his groin is giving him a problem. If you've seen Cheers, you'll know what I'm talking about. He is questionable. Tight ends, Kansas City's Anthony Fasano, his ankle, he is questionable. Houston's Owen Daniels, broken fibula, out 4 to 6 weeks. Seattle's Zach Miller, hamstring, is questionable. Jacksonville's Mercedes Lewis, he's got a calf injury, he is questionable. New England's Rob Gronkowski, he's got a back problem, is questionable. That is it for tight ends. Kicker, Washington's Kai Forbath. He's growing, and he doesn't fit into his shoes anymore. He is probable. Oh, that's a growing injury. Defenses. I know I'm reaching here, aren't I?
Terribly.
Defenses. Green Bay's linebacker Clay Matthews' thumb is doubtful. Denver's Champ Bailey, foot questionable. Arizona's linebacker Jasper Brinkley, groin is questionable. San Francisco's linebacker Patrick Willis and Nnamdi
Asamoah.
Asamoah. He has got a knee problem. He's questionable. Indy safety Laron Landry, ankle is questionable. Did you change that on me? I thought that was Lush.
No, that's a different Landry.
Is it really?
Yeah, there's a LaShawn.
No, it's not LaShawn.
No, but this is Laron.
I know, but it wasn't LaShawn either. Remember, what was it?
I don't know, but there's another one that you missed. Remember?
Yeah, I keep saying LaShawn.
No, but
I know.
But I'm talking about. Remember earlier in the day when I texted you to add an injury? Wide receiver Julio Jones is for Atlanta, so definitely he might be done for the year.
He is done for the year.
Officially?
I just got it.
All right.
I have a radioactive tooth.
Let's get to the likes and dislikes here for week number 6. Starting off at quarterback, I'm going with Robert Griffin III. I think he might bust out here against Dallas. The Cowboys 31st versus the pass. They've given up 4 400-yard passers this year. So RG3 maybe have a big game here.
He'll start it with the run, though.
Well, he can still get it done that way. Another guy might run the ball a little bit. Cam Newton for Carolina going up against the Vikings, who are 29th versus the pass. And then I got to stick with Tony Romo right now. He's really putting some numbers up. Rolling. Washington 28th versus the pass.
All I can think is I need a new job. I'll explain that one to you later.
Thank you. All right. Dislike Sam Bradford for St. Louis going up against Houston. They're Texans number 1 versus the pass. And Drew Brees. Numbers might drop down a little bit this week here going up against New England. The Patriots allowing just 14 points per game.
That's true. They're doing all right but they're not scoring many either.
That's true.
Their defense, hey, it's the first time in how many years our defense is keeping them in it?
Yeah, exactly.
Never happened
been bad the
before.
last few years and stuff. Yeah. Exactly. Running backs, a couple of guys I really like this week. Great scenarios. No Sean Marino for Denver going up against Jacksonville. The Jags dead last in the league versus the run. Plus with Hillman not being 100%. And Monty Ball not hanging onto the ball very well for Denver right now. I think Marino gets a lot of carries in this one. DeMarco Murray for Dallas going against the Redskins, who are 31st in the league versus the run. And then Arian Foster against St. Louis, the Rams. 27th versus the run, 28th in points allowed this year. So I think all three of those guys could be big this week.
Yes.
Dislikes Maurice Jones-Drew for Jacksonville going up against that Denver defense, who's number 1 in the league versus the run. I think it's like 62 yards per game they're giving up. And then Frank Gore, San Francisco, going up against Arizona's run defense, that's number 3 in the league.
Sounds great.
Good with that?
I am.
How about wide receivers and tight ends? I'm going to go wide receivers. I like Des Bryant for Dallas. Of course, combo going against with Romo. I do like Justin Blackmon.
Yes, I agree.
You don't even know what I said.
I do.
Like
you said I do like Justin Blackmon.
Like my 5-year-old daughter. It just doesn't even know. Doesn't even listen and doesn't make a difference.
No, I was listening. You said Dustin Blackmon.
Dustin Diamond at rookies.
Dustin Diamond.
Justin Blackmon. Jacksonville going against Denver there. Denver last versus the pass, and he put up numbers. Yes. Surprise, surprise.
Dallas is last against the pass.
Denver's last versus the pass.
Well, obviously after that game.
But Justin Blackmon came back from suspension, put up some good numbers against who was last week.
I agreed with you.
Okay. Then Steve Smith, Carolina, going up against Minnesota, combo with Cam Newton here. Dislikes Larry Fitzgerald going against the Niner defense, and Antonio Gates going up against the Colts defense. The Colts are 6th versus the pass and number 5 in points allowed.
Wouldn't that be an AFC matchup that would just rock Denver and the Colts?
That could be some points scored in that one, I believe.
That's where it's going to be. I'm telling you right now. That's the AFC matchup.
All right. Want to talk about, real quick, Saloons and Spoons, the new...
I thought you were going to grab the Playboy that you have right there for a second.
No. Better pictures in here. Saloons and Spoons, the new October.
Oh, there it is.
The October specials out there. A lot of Halloween parties coming up. Some great jokes in there.
Yes. A lot of great stuff. Great pictures.
Fantasy King advertising.
Yes.
Bojo's ad in there.
We're in I don't know. Yeah, it's in there somewhere.
I believe it's probably right in there.
I haven't been able to
Trivia,
hook up with the
jokes,
advertising
pictures
guys.
from the local bars, contests, recipes, and much, much more.
Recipes.
Check it out at any local bar, restaurant, tavern league action. Pretty much anywhere you pick it up. A lot of great entertainment there each and every week.
Absolutely. It's great.
I send this one down to my brother-in-law down in the Madison area because they don't get that.
Well, they get the onion.
They get the end, but that's false. Fake stuff. This is real.
The onion.
Saloons and Spoons.
Saloons and Spoons.
Check it out. You know, Joe's not going to put a lineup in again this week, so if you want his picks, here you go. We're taking a short break, and you get those. You're watching the Fantasy King Sports Hour, brought to you by Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice, and...
the merciful Bojo Sports Bar and Grill.
We'll be right back.
It all starts with a touch. The smallest thing that sets her heart in motion. Or even skips a beat. It could only be the rhythm of love. The rhythm of love, the only jewelry powered by her heartbeat.
On game day, stop down at Bojo Sports Bar and Grill. Watch the NFL ticket on one of 12 big screen TVs, plus enjoy free brats during Packer games and free wings during Monday Night Football. Bojo Sports Bar and Grill, cold beer and warm company. Located off Interstate 39 and County Road NN, right next to Subway. Bojo Sports Bar and Grill.
Go big with Polito's Big Slice. Polito's Pizza has been family owned and operated since 2007. With 32 specialty pizzas to choose from, Polito's has your slice. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids, Rothschild, Oshkosh, La Crosse, Green Bay, and De Pere. Whether it's a pregame meal or a halftime snack, make it Polito's. Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice.
I'm the king.
I am the king.
I'm the king.
I am the king.
No, I'm the king. Hi, I'm Tom Hatfield. Join myself and Joe Nienow every Sunday for the Fantasy King Sports Hour.
Every week, we'll take a look at the NFL and help you with your fantasy football action.
We'll have our own fantasy contest, trivia questions, and a whole lot of fun.
Don't forget our weekly high school football fantasy kings.
Plus, you'll never know who might run by.
Are you going to be this week's fantasy king?
On game day, don't get flagged for a small slice violation. Go big with Polito's Big Slice. Here's the competition. Here's a Polito's Big Slice. With 32 specialty pizzas to choose from, Polito's has your slice. Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice.
Welcome back to the Fantasy King Sports Hour. You ready to do this?
Let's do this.
Brought to you by Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice, and
the Bojo Sports Bar and Grill. Let's do this. All right, I'm ready.
Brian's ready.
I'm ready too. Let's go. All right, I'm going to take Tony Romo for my quarterback. Got it? Okay, go ahead. I'm back to normal.
Normal? Well, I don't know about that, but anyway.
Why would you want to be normal? Everyone's normal. Be a little different.
Then you there you go.
Be a little different, Tom.
A little.
Okay, who's your quarterback?
I'm going RG3 this week against Tony Romo.
No way!
RG3 Washington is my quarterback.
Oh, my God. You better send him a card.
Who do you got this week?
I already told you, Tony Romo.
All right, there you go.
Wow.
He's learning.
Hey, let's get in the game, Tom.
I didn't know if you actually meant that. You know, Aaron Rodgers is playing this week.
Is he really?
And you're not using him? All right. Running back.
Tom, get in the game.
Running back, what do you got?
Running back, I have LaShawn McCoy.
LaShawn McCoy.
I'm
going Noshawn Moreno.
LaShawn McCoy Moreno. All one person.
All right, and then I'm going.
Let's get it on, Tom.
Adrian. Yeah, now I can't even talk. Arian Foster. Arian Foster from Houston going up against St. Louis is my running back.
I have Adrian Peterson.
See, I was trying to get that out of you. Arian. Wide receiver.
Change personalities, Tom. You couldn't figure it out. My wide receiver, I'm going with Dez Bryant.
I will go with Dez Bryant. I agree with that.
Well, I knew that. I could feel it over here.
All right.
Could feel it down there.
And my other wide receiver, I'm going Justin Blackmon.
My other weather receiver is going to be James Jones. Are you having a problem with me over there, Tom?
Yes. Yeah.
And my tight end, I'm going with Jermichael Finley.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go with Julius Thomas for Denver. He's catching the ball a lot.
Well, otherwise you wouldn't be going with him.
You're right.
And I'm going, my kicker is going to be Prater.
Matt Prater.
Denver.
All right. I'm going to go with Blair Walsh from Minnesota going against Carolina. And on defense, I'm going San Francisco going up against Arizona.
I'm taking Seattle defense.
How was that?
Prater.
Seattle.
Are you having problems with me there, Tom?
I got to deal with them.
Stay with me here, folks.
All right. There we go. So there's the lineup.
I thought we just started. Anyway, kidding.
God.
Just trying to have a little fun.
Way too much.
Look, football, Daddy. Can we stay and watch the game? Okay, are we done? No, you're recapping.
Can we recap some stuff? All right, thank you. All right, let's get to our Bojo Sports Bar and Grill trivia question of the week. Who was the Green Bay Packers' first ever NFL draft choice? Send your answer to Bojo Sports Bar and Grill Facebook page.
Facebook.com/Bojo Sports Bar and Grill.
Thank you. A winner of Bojo's gift certificate could be drawn from all the correct answers. Get a couple of free fish fries.
Free fish fries, not 50 fish fries. I thought you said 50.
Doesn't make a difference, does it?
No, it doesn't.
All right. And also, don't forget to check out our free fantasy football contest. That's where the 50 comes in because you could win
$50.
$50.
Actual real money.
Real money. Fantasy911.com. You register. You play the NFL $50 free roll contest. A lot of fun. Even if you've missed the first couple of weeks, it doesn't make a difference.
Or you miss a couple of weeks here and there.
Or yeah, exactly, like Joe does. It doesn't make a difference because each and every week we start something.
Joe did.
He's going to be in this week.
I am.
Promise?
I'm hoping. I should do it right now. Can't
do it. Got to wait till Thursday.
Son of a snakey. Makes me so angry.
All right. Coming up here down at Bojo's, November 2nd, you got
jack squat.
Make sure you check that out.
They're a really good band.
And also coming up here in just about 2 weeks or so, opening up in Green Bay, both the Bojos and Politos. So you got to check that out if you're over in the Green Bay area.
We're doing a little venture up in Harshaw as well.
Got some big things going on there also.
Big things. Real big things. And you're wondering why I am the way I am.
You wonder.
You wonder.
Special
I think there was lead in that
surprise.
paint I ate when I was a child.
All right, well, that's going to do it for week number 6. You've been watching the Fantasy King Sports Hour, brought to you by Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice, and...
You got to stay tuned for the next few weeks because I'm close to getting you to a nervous breakdown on camera. Bojo Sports Bar and Grill.
Enjoy the games, everybody.
Go big with Polito's Big Slice. Polito's Pizza has been family owned and operated since 2007. With 32 specialty pizzas to choose from, Polito's has your slice. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids, Rothschild, Oshkosh, La Crosse, Green Bay, and De Pere. Whether it's a pregame meal or a halftime snack, make it Polito's. Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice.
He is counted to infinity. Twice. He once set a land speed record on a surfboard. Bruce Springsteen calls him the boss. He is the most fascinating man alive.
I don't always buy diamonds, but when I do, I prefer. Stay sparkly, my friends.
On game day, stop down at Bojo Sports Bar and Grill. Watch the NFL ticket on one of 12 big screen TVs, plus enjoy free brats during Packer games and free wings during Monday Night Football. Bojo Sports Bar and Grill, cold beer and warm company. Located off Interstate 39 and County Road NN, right next to Subway. Bojo Sports Bar and Grill.